Judge Dredd the miniatures game. Charlie, what is it? Tell us about it.
Okay, so it's a skirmish game set in the Judge Dredd universe by 2000 AD, and you're basically following either a group of judges, or you're going to create your own block gang, or maybe go a bit more specific and have something like the fatties. And you're basically playing through a little skirmish game of an interaction between either two gangs or a gang and a group of judges.
So from the comic book universe, you choose who you want to play. You can be a judge.
Yeah.
You can be a street judge. You can be a street gang member.
Yeah.
Or you can be one of the infamous Angel Gang.
Yeah, Angel Gang, you've got Judge Death, you've got, obviously, like I say, I mentioned the fatties, as well as a load of other characters. You know, such a rich universe. Yeah. You're never short of different guys you can have. But if you want to go customised, you just grab yourself some block gang members and you create your own gang.
And these are cool little miniatures. This, they're sort of cyberpunk. They're Dredd.
Very cyberpunk,
they're Dredd,
yes.
And we're on a 3x3.
3x3, 4x4. I mean, you could take it to 6x4, but it's going to be a big skirmish.
Or you could have block gang against block gang.
You could, yeah, of course you could. You could even have 4 guys playing the game. You know, you could have 4 gangs or 3 gangs and a set of judges.
Contested territory.
Loads of stuff. It's very dynamic in the way it plays.
Okay, so alright, it's dynamic in the way it plays, which says it's fast-paced. It's
very fast-paced.
Now I know Warlord don't do things like every other company. You have different ways of the game's played. So talk me through how this game works.
Okay, yeah, so as you mentioned, we don't do a you go, I go system. It's very much, we always have a mechanic that kind of breaks the flow up a little bit to make it random, make it a bit more exciting. So with Judge Dredd, you've got chips.
Yep.
So you have chips in the bag. We've got gold chips for the judges and blue chips for the gang members, which are these chips just here. And basically, you pull your chip out, you get to activate a character. You choose who you're going to put it on. You get 2 actions per guy. It could be a double action, it could be 2 single actions. You put it down, I activate that judge. He gets to do some stuff, shoot some guys, run in, punch some guys, whatever he wants to do. Once he's done, that's his turn done.
So I get 1 chip per person?
You get 1 chip per person. Some of them will be star chips.
Yep.
That depends on how good your character is, how cool they are.
Right.
The higher their cool rating is the better chance they're going to have one of these star chips. So anything of a cool rating of 4 or more gets a star chip in the bag.
So every character I have in my little my gang gives me a chip.
It does, yeah.
If I've got a particularly cool guy, what makes them cool?
Cool is just their cool rating, which is sometimes it tends to be leveled with the rest of their stats.
Yeah.
So if they've got a really good shoot or they've got a really good movement or fight, the higher they go, they tend to be, the cooler they tend to be.
Right.
It's not the cost of the character; it's the cool represents their health, but also just like how important and influential they are in the universe.
So I got 1 chip without.
Yeah.
1 chip with. So say a street judge has maybe got a star chip.
Yeah. Whereas a
rookie
cadet or a rookie is going to be just a normal chip.
Is that it? Is it just tells me who's cool? So if this comes out, I have to play my street judge?
No, you can play it on anybody.
Yeah.
And when you've got a star chip, you get a chance to try and put it back in the bag.
Right.
So that's where it starts to really sort of play around.
So this is your mechanic. So you've got, say you've got 3 chips, 1 with a star on.
Yeah.
You draw a star chip.
Yeah.
Which is obviously in there because one of my characters is cool.
Yeah.
I use it on my really cool character.
Yeah.
That then goes back in the bag?
If he wants to, he's going to make a test.
Okay.
So the way the game works, it works off a number of stats.
Yeah.
So let's take a veteran street judge.
Okay.
So he's got a movement of 6, so 6 inches.
Yeah.
But then every other stat after that refers to how many dice you use in a test.
Right.
So instead of having normal D6s, you've got custom dice. They've got hit symbols on, they've got shield symbols on, and they've got a special symbol, which is your 2000 AD logo.
Yeah.
So, for example, we have a judge, let's say he's activated, he's shot at a couple of your guys, he might have done a bit of damage, he's ready for it to sort of end his turn.
Yep.
He wants to put that chip back in the bag. Well, he has a cool rating of 4.
Okay.
So you roll 4 dice.
Okay.
Looking for a special 2000 AD symbol. We get it. The chip goes back in the bag.
So that can then be drawn again.
Could be the next chip back out again.
He's basically not activated now.
No.
He's free to activate again.
So let's say it comes back out. That judge then gets to activate again.
And you keep doing that?
You keep doing that. If you fail the test, you get pinned. So you stick a pin token on him. He's now pinned, meaning the next turn he activates, he's got to pass a cool test to try and get rid of that pin, or spend an action to shift it.
Right.
So he's basically down in action.
So he's pushed his luck, he's tripped over his happy stick. Or
exactly right, yeah. His day stick. His day stick. not dropping back into the
almost the wrong universe.
For example, let's have a look at the judge and let's see.
Can anyone do the cool test, or can only the
No, anybody can make the cool test.
So you could put this on any character.
Yeah, as long
as
they've
they've got less, so they're more likely to fail.
Exactly. So, for example, your normal sort of block gang member, he might only have a cool of 2.
Yeah.
So it's much harder for him to try and make that cool test and put it back in the bag.
So that's a core mechanic of so like your other games, like Bolt Action is drawing the order dice. This is drawing chips. They can be any. Okay, so that's cool. So it could be you could get 3 in a row.
You could indeed.
Or you could get 1, 1, 1. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's very reactionary. Movement, combat, how does that work?
Yeah, so movement is just same as most skirmish games. It's in inches, and you've got up to your maximum move.
And every character here, acts individually as well. There's no squads.
The only time there's squads, you've got really, really poor characters.
Right.
So you've got like block gang juveniles. They come in a pack of 3.
A box of children.
Yeah. So
street urchins.
Street urchins, essentially.
Are you going to do like a British thing?
I couldn't say in the future releases, but we'll have to wait and see. So. They come in they'll come in like a pack of 3, and they move around as a unit, as a squad. So they all take the same action.
So they get 1 chip for all of them.
For all 3.
They're
Yes.
chaff.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
So otherwise, it's like.
But otherwise, I mean, you'd only take them if you want to take them. It's just to give a bit of flavour to the game.
Like normal skirmish games, there's no. It's like hero units almost.
Very much so. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Even your normal block gang, members and normal like judge cadets.
Yeah.
Are still punchy and decent enough characters.
Yeah.
So let's say, for example, we want to look at some of these mechanics. So let's say we've had a judge token.
So this has happened.
Yeah. He's got a target here. So So my judge is activated.
They're very squared off in those.
He's very squared off. Yeah, he's going to have a shot at this guy here. So my judge has a shoot of 4. So I've declared my target. He's within short range. So depending on the weapon that you've got, you'll have modifiers to your range. Any modifiers give you a dice or take away a dice. Right. So obviously the further away you are with just like a normal pistol, the harder it gets, you lose a dice.
So my guy's got a shotgun.
You've got a shotgun.
So he's probably going to gain dice because he's up close, right?
I've got my lawgiver. Well, I'm going to have a shot at you and you can have a shot at me in a minute.
Okay, cool.
In fact, go on. So we've got this guy. I'm going to roll to shoot. I get +1 for my modifier. So I just need as many hits as I can get. So I get 4 hits. 1 hit is always a hit.
So you need just 1 to hit.
Just one.
You've given yourself more chances.
But I've given more yeah, exactly.
And these dice have got 1, 2, 3 hits. So it's 50% chance to hit.
Yes, yeah.
Cool.
So I've hit. Your guy might have a dodge rating, so let's say he has an evade.
I believe the street gangs all have 2 dodge.
2, an evade of 2. So you're looking for a 2000 AD symbol,
so
a special
that's the 1
symbol.
in 6.
Yeah,
symbol.
So it's tougher to evade the shot.
And I don't.
He doesn't. If he did, he would just dodge 3 inches out of the way, and that ends that shooting. Because you didn't, it goes to the power of my weapon. So power of my weapon is +4. It's 4, sorry. So I roll 4 dice. I get 4 hits. The 2000 AD symbol doesn't class for anything.
Is it not? Okay.
You've got a resist of, let's say, 2 again, is it? Okay, so you're looking for the shield now.
And there are
2 shields on each dice.
2 shields on each dice. I can only roll.
So
one of those.
33% chance.
So one of those is going to hit regardless because it's just outnumbering.
Correct.
Yeah. So I'm going to try and protect against those 2, and
protect against 1.
So I've got 1 shield.
Yeah.
So that negates 1 hit.
So 2 hits go through.
2 hits go through.
Okay, so what happens then is, assuming the guy survives, he basically gets 2 wound tokens on him.
Okay.
So those wound tokens affect your stats.
Right.
So every time you take a wound or a stun token, your stats come down by how many wounds or stuns you've got.
So instead of having 2 dodge, I've now got no dodge.
Correct.
Because I've been hit twice with a justice cannon.
So let's say, I try and put this chip back in the bag. I fail.
Wow, okay.
So because I've failed, I get pinned.
Yeah.
And then we know the next chip out of the bag is going to be a blue one.
Okay.
So if we activate this guy, we'll just quickly show how this works.
Yep.
So normally your shoot would be 3.
Okay.
So you'd be 3 dice to begin with.
But I've taken 2.
You've taken 2 wounds, so you lose 2 of those dice.
Right.
So you're down to just the 1.
But I'm in close range.
So you're close range, correct. So you get +1 dice again. So you're back up to 2.
Yep.
You roll to hit.
Okay. And it's got to be a hit.
So you get 2 hits. So I have a dodge. I have a dodge of 3. So I just need a single 2000 AD symbol. I don't, which is great. So
now the stat damage doesn't affect my weapon power.
No, your
so
weapon
my
power
weapon is still hitting at full power.
Is what it is, which is a power of 4. Yeah.
Someone's been reading the rulebook.
Yeah.
I lost the dice.
Or we're just making it all up as we go.
Yeah.
So it's a power of 4.
So this will be how much damage I do, provided you don't.
Correct.
So 2 of them hit.
2. I have a defense of 4. So I'm looking for. I've got 2 shields.
Yep.
So the judge gets away unscathed.
Now, however, the shotgun has knockback.
It does have knockback.
It does, and that knockback affects you as long as it hits you.
Correct.
Even if it does no damage.
Yeah.
Because you've been hit in the chest with a shotgun.
Some weapons have special rules.
Yep.
It might be things like stun. So instead of choosing to kill somebody, you can choose to subdue them by stunning them instead.
Yep.
It's easier to shake off stuns than it is wounds. So a model can try and do a hunker down.
And it doesn't
shed off some of
permanently
those
impact
stuns.
you, does it?
No. Whereas a wound, you can never get rid of that last wound. You're
Right.
always going to have 1 wound at least. So I've been knocked back.
D6 backwards.
D6 inches backwards.
This is a nice easy one to remember.
It is.
Directly backwards from where you've been shot from.
Yeah.
You are going 1 inch.
1 inch, so I
Which
don't
makes
need
sense, 'cause it
to,
didn't-
don't need to measure that. It's just going to move me back to there.
Just a base.
But what it has to do is move me back a bit closer to this chap here. And again, you would rinse and repeat. So let's have one more chip out of the bag. We know it's going to be a blue one.
Yep.
Let's show what a charge action looks like.
Okay. So, do you
put
want to
it
charge
on-
with anyone in particular?
We'll go with this guy with the chain in his hand because
He's
he
out,
could be
yeah.
gunning in with his chain, giving it a what
Oh
for.
yeah, very road rash that.
Yeah.
So his bike chain.
That's it, yeah. So a charge action is a double action.
Yeah.
So instead of just moving and then shooting or
Yeah.
moving and fighting, you get your normal move plus d6 inches.
Right.
So he has a 6-inch move
With an attack at the end.
with an attack at the end. So he has a 6-inch move.
Yep.
Now we know that's going to be close enough, but you would roll the d6 to
It
see.
is, yeah. He's within charging distance.
Yeah,
with
so he's
that.
going to have a total of 10 inches there.
Yeah.
So we know that's going to get him in.
And he's only got to finish within an inch anyway?
Yeah, he's got to finish within an inch, but you can take him up to an inch or you can take him up to base. It's up to
Let's
you.
go straight in your face with that chain.
Yeah. So now you've charged.
Mhm.
He's got a fight of, let's assume he's got a fight of 3.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a tougher gang member.
And has the charge added anything to that?
The charge will add to the power.
Yeah.
Because you're making a charge action, your power goes up.
Because you're hitting hard.
Because you're hitting harder. You've got
'Cause
that
you're running.
momentum, yeah. He's
And-
got the chain going. He's running in. The pin, however,
Yeah.
affects how easy it is to hit me.
Right, so I might get another
So
dice
because I'm
to-
pinned, you're going to get another dice for that.
Because you're not going anywhere.
Exactly, yeah. I'm pinned down. I'm not going to be able to dodge you coming in. So, yeah, roll some of those dice.
Yeah, he hits
2 hits.
So my power with my bike chain.
Yeah, I get to try and dodge.
Oh yeah.
So, what was my dodge? Was 3, I believe. I would get to dodge.
Mm-hmm.
So that would give me a 3-inch move out of the way.
Yep.
But at the moment, I'm thinking, I don't want to do that because next turn I might want to fight you. So I might choose not to dodge that incoming attack. So let's go through to the power step.
Yep.
So normally you've got a fight of 3.
Yep.
So your power when fighting is the same as your fight stat. So it's the same as your to hit.
Again.
So you get 3. But because you've charged,
Oh, I get an
you get the extra
additional
1.
So I don't need. I already have one.
Yeah.
And so 2 hit.
It does 2 hits, and then the judge has his defensive 4, looking for shields. I'm rolling loads of shields today.
Yeah, you are.
He gets away unscathed.
And so, do you have retaliation rules like the brawlers that can hit back? And
Yeah,
things
of
like
course.
that?
So you have 2 rules. You have a gunfighter and a brawler. So
Yep.
more special rules that characters can come with.
Mhm.
And brawler basically means if you roll a 2000 AD symbol,
Yeah.
I can try and punch you back.
Right.
Gunfighter comes in when you're being shot at from range.
Yep.
Again, if you roll a special on your dodge, you get to try and dodge out of the way and have a shot back.
Yeah.
It can also go into bullet time. So if both players have,
You can have back and
if they
forth.
do have the gunfighter rule,
Yeah.
you keep it. So every time you dodge, there's a chance you could keep
So
shooting
you
back
just keep
until
going until
somebody
someone-
fails, and then the damage is done.
But am I right in thinking that like the response? It's not a huge bonus. You don't necessarily roll all their stats. It's usually just like 1 or 2 dice.
Correct. Yes.
So you've done your dodge, but you're dodging. So it's just a 1
It's
dice
just
roll.
a snapshot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now to double up on all that,
Mhm.
you also have some big mech and armory cards.
Okay.
So your armory cards are exactly what they sound like. It's additional equipment that you guys come with. So your model will normally be armed with a single weapon, a hand weapon, and maybe another gun, or they might have a 2-handed weapon and
Mhm.
a combat weapon. It tends to be 3 single-handed weapons, which will be a mixture of combat and ranged,
Right. Okay.
or a double-handed weapon and a single-handed.
Because these guys can dual wield.
They can dual wield. If you shoot 2 guns at once, there's a better chance to hit, but a better chance for your opponent to dodge as well.
You get negatives for holding with
positives.
one hand.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
So these armory cards, I've got things like smoke bombs.
Yeah, which is exactly what it sounds like.
Line of
It's a
sight block.
bit of cover. Yeah.
And stimulants, which increase your fight stat.
Exactly.
Remains in play, so indefinitely. That's quite good.
Yeah, so just shooting up some stims, making them a bit punchier in combat.
It shows him taking a tablet.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a bit more family friendly.
A bit more family friendly.
Than some intravenous shit.
And then you've got things. So you've got your big meg cards, which are things that break the rules a little bit. You tend to play these in between activations.
Yep.
So once a card's activated before the next chip comes out,
right.
You might play something which reduces a character's ability.
Right, so between activations you'll play
you'll shout out, right, I'm going to play a big meg card.
Yeah.
And that
it's like extra, so this one's got Bring It On, which is like an extra half a turn.
Yeah.
So I could play that character, my turn is over, and I go, actually I want the extra shoot again.
Exactly, yeah. And then Months for Brains affects your opponents.
Yeah. The next model your opponent activates must pass a cool test. So Streets, this guy's cool of 3, for example.
Yeah.
It's now down to 1.
To 1, yeah.
So in order to not be pinned, I have to roll 1 dice, 1 in 6 chance.
Exactly.
Okay. So in the scenarios with this that we've looked at in the book, there's things like chasing down the criminals and stopping them escaping, stuff like that.
Really helpful.
Because it takes 1 movement away from them. So with these types of skirmish games and stuff that Warlord have done in other systems, playing these cards is a major part.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It makes a big difference to how the game plays. You can play without them, you don't need them, but they definitely add an extra level of flavour and tactical ability in there.
It's where a lot of your special weapons come in,
exactly.
all your special abilities come in.
Yes.
And I assume there's going to be things like bringing reinforcements in.
Yeah, well the judges have got their lawgiver, sorry, it's not the lawgiver, it is the lawgiver.
Yeah.
Where they have different types of ammunition.
Oh, right.
So you don't get that inherently.
Yeah.
You would use the armoury cards, which bring in like the ricochet rounds and so on and so forth.
They whisper to their gun.
Exactly. Yeah.
What are they going to do?
To bring those extra rounds into play and stuff like that.
Okay.
Another real cool mechanic is that when you're building your force, you can actually choose to customise your weapons.
Yeah.
Obviously, the cost of that weapon then goes up, which inherently increases the cost of the character. But you can make weapons that are more powerful or have a greater range, or more shots at closer range, and so on and so forth.
Okay, that makes sense.
So a nice bit of customization in there for your actual weapons and stuff.
Okay, so on top of all that, that's the basic game. Now this is a skirmish game, so I assume it's more than just one-shot scenarios.
Yes, yeah. I mean, obviously it is a very easy pick-up-and-play game. You've got your cards, which you've got your stats on.
Oh, so yeah. Just throw the gangs in, throw the fight. But there's more to it.
There's much more to it. So you've got that element of a campaign system, which has 2 elements to it. It's really quite dynamic because obviously it's Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
A lot of time people are going to be playing with a group of street judges, or maybe going down the more specific route with some side judges in there and so on and so forth.
I'm going to go going for side judges or the tech sort of heavy weapon and stuff.
That's it, yeah. You're going to have the city death in there and so on and so forth. So the progression for a judge will be taking them through the ranks of the judges. So from a rookie to a cadet to a street judge to a judge to your veteran judge, your senior judges.
So over multiple games, you'd start with your street judges.
Yeah.
You wouldn't unfortunately get this dude. You'd probably start with the lesser characters.
With a rookie, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can start with a street judge. Yeah. But you might start with a main judge and a couple of extra cadets or rookies.
But you get recycled if you die. My guys all end up in the cubes.
Yeah. So if you die, or if you're captured, you basically roll to see what happens to your gang members.
Cubes or dead.
Cubes are dead, largely. And how long they spend in the cubes is dependent on the crimes they commit throughout the game.
Well, I'm not playing a campaign for 30 years with your child.
So, for example, you might start this scenario, or the scenario from the core rules, the beginning scenario, is there's a drug deal going on.
Yeah.
A judge shows up. Immediately, you know there's a chance that they're going to be caught with contraband.
Right. Yeah.
So, as the judge player, you can sentence the gang members whilst they're in there. As soon as you catch them, you sentence them. You've just got to subdue them or take them out.
one of the rules refers to not when judges are attacking, they're not shooting, they're sentencing.
Sentencing,
right?
yeah.
I like that touch.
Yeah, so you basically go, right, you committed homicide. You're taking one of the cadets out.
Yeah.
So as soon as I catch you, that guy's got a chance of going away for 30 years.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth. And that's how the campaign progresses.
Okay.
You gain points and so on and so forth to be able to obviously upgrade your guys. You can build.
They're not really much use to me 30 years later. Although, is it stasis they go into?
They go into stasis in the
so
cubes.
it's alright, isn't it? Actually,
yeah. And you can build your own hideaway, your gang hideaway, and so on and so forth. And obviously, as you put points into that, it unlocks extra armory cards for you or extra big meg cards and so on and so forth. So it's designed to be played out over as many or as few games as you like. You can have a 3-game campaign, which is a very short campaign. You can then have a 9-game campaign. 12-game campaign, you can take it as far as you like.
And the big meg cards, if you are playing and someone's ahead of you in points value, I've seen that you draw the cards at the start of your game.
You do, yeah.
The person with the lower points gets to draw more cards.
Exactly,
so
yes.
you get more.
So
and these are cool.
bonus.
So these cards, they're designed to sort of recreate that dynamic unpredictability of fighting gangs in Big Mac.
Definitely.
Where one of them you might be fighting what you think is a normal street gang, and one of them's actually, I've actually got a hacked judge gun here, which I've taken from a judge I've previously murdered. And you're like, oh no.
Yeah, not so great.
Yeah, maybe that's a card. I don't know if that's a card. It might be. I haven't looked through them all yet.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much a run through of how the game as a whole works, from the turn sequences to the stat system.
Yeah.
You've got the pin markers. We looked at those as pins, and there's stuns.
Yeah, you've got a few extra tokens, so like move fast. So if you're running and sprinting, charging, you're obviously moving fast, making you harder to hit.
Right, that's what the token's for, just to show that they've got a buff, temporary buff.
You've then got Overwatch, so you can stick a guy in Overwatch, and as soon as somebody comes within range and line of sight, you can choose whether you want to shoot at them or not. If you don't, you wait until the next time somebody does. So giving you that chance to kind of hold back in action if you want to.
It's very fast-paced then. Very fast-paced. Nice small area. I am as everyone knows, I'm a big fan of skirmish games anyway. Less models, more detail.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. And like I said, there's nothing stopping you from going, right, okay, we're going to play on a 6x4, but we're going to play with 4 people. Right. So we're all going to have 3 of us are going to have gangs, or 2 of us are going to have gangs, 2 of us are going to have judges, or you might have the city death and the judges. So you've got loads of options to be able to play nice big multiplayer and then campaign driven games.
Okay. It looks really, really good. I'm really excited to start playing it.
Yeah, let's get stuck in. Well, let's get through some scenarios and show the guys how it works.
Cool. Right, so follow on to the next videos if you want to catch scenario 1, 2 and 3 from the Judge Dredd starter set.